The feud between John Lennon and Todd Rundgren took place in 1974 when Rundgren harshly criticized John Lennon in an interview with Melody Maker magazine. This dispute began with Rundgren's derogatory comments about Lennon in the interview, and Lennon publicly responded to this criticism that same year. Todd Rundgren recently discussed the famous public dispute he once had with John Lennon, the legendary figure from the Beatles. The contention between the two musicians started during the early days of John Lennon's solo career after the Fab Four disbanded. At the time, Rundgren didn't mince words, suggesting John Lennon's motivations were less than pure. Rundgren reportedly claimed that John was essentially an attention seeker. All he really wants to do is get attention for himself, and if revolution gets him that attention, he'll get attention through revolution. John Lennon quickly retaliated with an open letter addressed to Rundgren, which included veiled criticisms aimed at Rundgren's new band, the Nas. Recounting the affair in response to a fan's question about keeping John's amusing letters, Rundgren instead spoke of their sole face-to-face meeting. "I met him at a party in the period he was drinking with Harry Nilsson and misbehaving all over Hollywood. He looked like a bundle of rags in the corner, and, as a Beatles fan, I was disappointed that he had nothing to say." He continued reminiscing, "Later I was being interviewed by NME, and I said something along the lines of that you can't be a revolutionary and preach one thing if you're behaving in another way, and that became the headline. John wrote a letter ostensibly to me, but as an open letter in NME. He concluded the story simply. There was a kerfuffle. Then one day I got a call, and it was John, saying, 'I think we're being used here, so let's bury the hatchet.' I said, 'Fine,' and that was that."